More than 1,000 years ago in Angkor, the water supply systems were particularly elaborate, but only a few traces remain today. This small artificial lake, named Sra Srang, or Royal Bath, is from the 12th century. It was exclusively for the king's ablutions. Since the 8th century, these imperturbable lake protectors, the Naga snakes, Shinga lions, and Garuda birds, have reigned on these banks. The west entrance to Angkor leads to Preah Khan, says the sacred sword, a temple inserted in a rectangular enclosure preceded by a ditch. Then we pass a big yard with crossed galleries ornamented with mutilated metallic sculptures and Garudas. Some chapels inside are symmetrical. The linga is a phallic symbol dedicated to Shiva. It's the emanation of royal power and the essence of divinity. In Angkor, place of wealth and covetousness, nature has gradually invaded the temples since they were abandoned in the 14th century. Huge roots run over the sandstone walls. The Ta Prohm Temple, which means Brahma's ancestor, is one of the biggest in Angkor, built between the 10th and 12th centuries. The jungle has invaded the entire region. Restoration work didn't begin until the 20th century. From 1960 to 1972, 800 people contributed to Angkor's renovation. Since then, Angkor has once again been forgotten. The international community was mobilized for the restoration of the site. Angkor's fall occurred 5 centuries ago. Even if the Khmers knew of it, it wasn't until the second half of the 19th century that a Frenchman, Henri Mouhot, introduced it to the West. Indra, the king of the gods, master of lightning and thunder, fell in love with a beautiful terrestrial queen with which he had a wonderful son. Then he took him to the sky and gave him a sumptuous palace. Mad with joy, the prince didn't want to leave this paradise, so Indra promised to give him an identical palace on earth so that he still felt like he did in the sky. Angkor Wat was born. This monument, built in the 12th century, is considered one of the most beautiful in the world and has become the symbol of Cambodia. The main entrance is west. The big porch rises from there. It is a vast building 235 meters long. Along the coast stands the Grand Genius King, the Vishu statue, carved in a piece of sandstone. Past the central doors on the big west porch, the whole of the monument can be seen. Angkor was conceived like traditional Russian dolls. 4 successive enclosures must be crossed in order to reach the heart. Stairs and esplanades go on for 3 floors, in an ascending movement which ends at the big tower called Prasat. It is 34 meters high. Originally, the 5 towers of the temple were covered in fine gold. Each terrace resembles a labyrinth made of ambulatory galleries, doors, secret corners, sculpted stairs, and a yard shaped like a cross. Angkor Wat stone is covered in apsaras, celestial dancers with a nude torso and round breasts, their hair done with tiaras and diadems. According to an old custom, it is a religious duty to stroke the statues. Hands have touched the stone for centuries and have given it a slightly darker color than the Cambodian women's skin. These wonders of stone retracing the king's history reveal a power that since has disappeared. After years of conflict that slowly weakened the Khmer country, it is slowly rediscovering its former serenity. The people are courageous, educated in tolerance and in compassion for Buddha. Hallucinatory symbolism is everywhere in Cambodia's history. To dream is to think of oneself. To drink medicine while dreaming is to recover at sunrise.